Good morning, and it's a lovely morning today as well. It's early July and it's 5:30 in the morning, and as you can see, I'm doing something a little bit different. Instead of the usual syndicate fishing with a barrow and a mountain of gear, I've just got a little day rucksack, a small little rod bag and a day chair, because I'm going to be fishing my local river, which is the River Don up in Yorkshire. And there's some nice carp up here. I walk the dog here regularly and I've seen nothing massive. I know they've been caught to about 23 pounds in the area, but you know, who knows? You hardly ever see any carp anglers at all. And I do know that this river is connected to lots of Yorkshire rivers, and some of the rivers in Yorkshire have done some massive fish to, well, close to 50 pounds. So you never know. In this stretch, it's doubtful there's going to be anything of that kind of size, but they do swim, don't they, carp? So who knows, we could end up with something a little bit special. But I'm just down here for a few hours. I'm going to fish about 10 o'clock this morning, and the area that I'm going to be fishing is around Sprotler Falls. There's two different sections there. You've got a section that's run by the Rotherham Book, and you've also got one that's run by the Doncaster Book. But the Doncaster Book, which is where I'm going to be fishing, is sold out. I've been ringing around all the tackle shops this morning. Well, not this morning, yesterday morning, I should say. But it is £5 a day for two rods. So that's what I've got, just two rods, and a little bit more of a walk to get there. So I'll join you in a short while when I get in the swim, and I'll talk you through what I'm going to be doing. Right, this is where I normally see carp anglers. There's normally a couple of bivvies along this section down here. But whether they're carp angling or barbel fishing, I don't know. But I remember in the days of Carp Talk, we definitely had a catch report sent in of a carp that was low 20s from this area. So there's definitely carp around here. This is the Sprotler Falls Bridge. There's the falls down there to the left. You normally see a load of barbel anglers down there. It's obviously a decent stretch. I don't really know a great deal about the general fishing in this area, if I'm honest. I'm a bit of a sado, a bit of a carp only guy. There's the falls. Does look a good spot. There's always guys with tips in the air and fishing for little twitches. But I have seen carp just near those orange buoys over there in the distance. But anyway, well, the bit I'm going to fish today, hopefully there's nobody in it, because there's a couple of areas where I fancy, but the main area that I fancy is this little canal arm, which is just off the river. It's like the lock area. It's where you go to use the lock, I think, or it's where they store a few of the boats. Don't really know how you describe it, but you can get down there to the falls. There's a few canal boats about. Lovely morning. We've had loads of rain during the night, so perfect time for a bit of carping. But normally when I walk the dogs about 8 o'clock and I see carp around this area here, which is this bridge. There's the boating, which we'll take a close look at in a bit, or later on. But this is the area where I normally see carp down here. And I've seen quite a few upper doubles, maybe into 20s. So I'm just going to fish on that towpath down there. There's the river. Just round to the left is the falls, and then this is this little dead arm down here. Perfect for carp. Right, let's get down there. Always love a little bit of history. Look at that, the toll house. Yeah, must have been a toll road at one time, toll bridge. You can hear the falls in the distance, which is just round there, the other side of that boat. Look at that, what a lovely morning. You can just see the mist coming off the river. Looks lovely. Probably see a few dog walkers this morning. Might even see my missus. She's a regular down here running. Right, this little wooden bridge here. Morning. This little wooden bridge here, nearly got knocked over by a cyclist then. You often see fish just on the edge of it, right in the margins, right in close. But there was a few day anglers down here yesterday, and you know what pleasure anglers are like, using small hooks and tiny weak line and stuff like that. If they've hooked into a carp, then you never know. Could have bossed off and spooked it and all sorts. God, what a lovely morning though. These little spots down here is where I normally see them. Right in the edge. Down here. Let's get set up. See if we can catch one. I have to be careful though, because I don't want my lines all over the place, whereby somebody turns up and starts casting over the top of them. So I'm just going to set up here, I think. Right, the first rod's just going down here, just underneath this bush. I came down yesterday and I dropped a bit of corn out there. So maybe the fish are going on it. Don't know, but there was somebody day angling down here yesterday as well. So yesterday afternoon. Right. I don't even know how deep it is, but they get right in close down here. So just going to put a bit of corn out in that area. Right, that'll do. Put a little bit more corn over there as well. Right. Like I said, what I'm going to do with this rod is just walk it down the bank. Right, that rod's done. Get the net set up. It's a very steep drop down to the water's edge, so I've brought my 8-foot landing net, and it's also a deep net as well, so I should be all right lifting it out, but we'll see. We'll approach that when we need to, if we need to, if I'm lucky enough to get a fish. Right, let's put that well out of the way as well, up there. Second rod to sort. Right, the second rod, I'm gonna just drop over the edge down here as well. So 2 rods really close in, but this is where I've been seeing the carp. Right in, close to this path. The other line shouldn't interfere with it because it's up in the air. Handful of corn. That's all it needs. Nothing too technical. Set the buzzers to high sensitivity. There we go. Sorted. Right. Let's get tidied up. Sit back. See what happens. Oi oi. Well, it don't count this one though, because I'm fairly sure that's an F1. When I saw it coming to the net, I thought, yeah, I've got a little baby carp here, not blanked, but I'm fairly sure now looking at it, it is an F1, and it wouldn't surprise me because this stretch is run by a couple of angling clubs that are into match fishing. So anyway, I'm going to put it back, and it's 9:45 now, so I need to be off in about 15-20 minutes or so. But I'll definitely be back either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. But I might try a different stretch then, because I've been baiting a few areas, not just this one, and I've seen carp between the two of them, so it'd be nice to alternate between here and somewhere else. Morning, early morning start again, 5:30 this morning. What a beautiful day, back down on the river, trying a different spot today because I've got the dog with me. Really lovely place to be at this time of the day. How about that for a view? Got a couple of rods out, just here, 2 rods, just not far out at all, just lobbed just in front of that weed down there. I don't know if you can see it. This little corner here, I've been baiting it with a bit of corn over the last few days, so just going to try till about 10 o'clock. Wife's at work this morning, I've got no car again, so come down here to see if we can get a carp. First morning this year that's felt kind of autumnal. You see the mist coming off the weir down there. See if we can zoom in. There we go. Well, the fields in the distance just beyond that little bridge over there. There was just mist coming off the river this morning. It looked absolutely beautiful. It really did. I've seen carp down here. Not loads, but they're visiting it, which is what matters. So I might have to start doing a few longer trips, I think, if nothing happens today. Well, we're going to give it till about 10 o'clock. We are currently 5:55 on the 21st of July, so looking good, looking good. Got to go, mate. Got to go. I've got to fight, mate. Can't. Right, got a carp on, I think. It's just absolutely blitzed off. Stay there, boy. Just talking to the dog. Shift this right hand rod out of the way. A lot of weed down here though. Oh. Ooh. A lot of weed. Not really got the big rods to get it over the top of these reeds either. Stuck in something there. I don't know what it is. I think it's coming. Yep, it's coming in a minute. It looks like a carp. I'll have to take my trousers off here, which is why I've got some little shoes. Well, I've got a long landing net here, which is hopefully going to help me. Definitely a carp, not a barbel. There's some good barbel in here. Oh, there you go, little mirror. Little mirror. Cool. Oh, a scrap. Not a big one, but it's a carp. Come on. Oh, right fight on it. Get it out of these reeds if I can. Get it somewhere where I can maybe get the net close to it. Is it in? I think we've got him in. Is he in? No, not quite. Oh. Oh, I've got him stuck in some reeds now. Oh, I could do with a 13-foot rod here. I think we got him in early now. Is he in? No, he's not yet in. I think he is now. Yes. Cool. That was a bit of a performance. But we got one. How big is that? Cool, I'll tell you what. Just on the phone to my mate John, and left-hand rod's just absolutely steamed off down this left-hand margin. I wasn't prepared for it, let's put it that way, but managed to get the fish in anyway. It's only a little one, but it's a nice fish, nice little mirror, and I am overjoyed, I really am. That has really made my day, that has. So let's have a look at it on the bank and see what it's like. Yes! We got one! Might only be little, but I'm not bothered. That is awesome. And I know there's bigger ones than this in here. This one's probably about, I don't know, £13, something like that. But look at it, it's a lovely scaly mirror from the local little bit of river. So, proper happy. I've seen bigger ones as well than this, so they're definitely in here. Let's hope we can get one, but that is a great start. Great stuff. Right, just going to do a bit of pre-baiting on a spot just in this little channel here. A spot that people won't normally fish. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Spots where your normal general angler ain't going to put a bait. What they tend to do is they tend to fish to the left of these railings down in the canal area. But obviously this area here, it's almost unfishable for your normal guy. But I'm going to put some rods down the side here and fish to this area, so hopefully the pre-bait is, or the pre-baited area is left alone. Right, all I've got is a bit of 8mm bug. I've already put a bit of corn out, and I'm just putting a bit of boilie out as well. There's a bloke down there though, so I've got to be careful. I don't want him to see me baiting up, so I'm doing it pretty discreetly. He's been looking all along this area. So I'm doing my best to be quiet. That's what you got to do. Stealthy fishing. Right, that'll do. Just got down for the evening, 22nd of July, and a few people fishing actually. I've not seen anybody carping, but mostly barbel anglers down at that end. But you can see here, just here to the right, there's loads of fish topping. Typically, as soon as I turn the camera on, they've stopped, but they've been very, very active. And I came down yesterday and just baited. Oh, there's one there, and just baited this margin down here, so I'm probably going to get a bit of bream and nuisance species action, I would have thought, this evening, but definitely looks nice. Looks really good. I might stay into dark today, see what the bite times are like, because there's definitely a good feed in the mornings. So this will be my first evening session, so it'd be nice to get one during the evening time as well, because from the olden days when I used to fish on the rivers quite a lot as a kid, because I lived near the River Severn, it was always first light and last light, typical sort of bite times. More fish topping over there. It does look like most of it is small stuff. Not seen any carp yet. Could even be trout. I don't even know what's in this river. So who knows? Might even catch a weird species tonight, or this evening I should say. Yeah, beautiful evening to be here. Just got the rods really close in. Another one top in there then. Just got them just off the edge of the reeds down here. Same spot I caught from the other morning. Just down here. It's quite deep actually. It's probably about 6 foot or so. So I know there's carp around here because I've not only seen them, I've caught them from down here as well. Oh, more fish topping out there. Look at that. Really active. Definitely not this active when I've come in the mornings. Right, I'm going to have to get some trousers on because I'm getting bitten to death here. You can see, look at all these little bites already. Only just got here. Legs are getting smashed. The joys of summer fishing. Yeah, I'm quite confident that one of these is going to go, if I'm honest, because I've never seen so many fish showing. I know they're the wrong species, but where there's some fish showing, there's always going to be others. God, there's loads of fizzing up over there. Now look at all that fizzing. Loads of it. Let's zoom in. There you go. There's loads of fizzing out there. Obviously, I can tell it's not carp that's jumping, but who knows what's causing the fizzing. Well, it looks nice, so let's sit back and see what the evening brings. Ooh, look at that there. Cool, that looked like a decent bow wave down there. Interesting, very interesting. Well, this little fella's caught me off guard. Just got the first rod out, just setting up the landing net. Got no cameras ready or anything, so all you've got is just the fish. But how cool is that one? Probably about £8, something like that. That is mega. I tell you what, I'm so excited about fishing here, I really am. Really enjoying it at the minute. Something a little bit different. Really enjoyable too. I think these carp in here are really naive. They've not been caught a great deal, so you don't need anything technical and fancy to catch them. This is a close-up on the rig that I'm using. Dead simple, very similar to a lot of the rigs that I use in my videos. 18-pound camo outline as the main line. I've then got a ring lead clip with a little tapered sleeve. There's a few snags dotted about, so I'm using a 25-pound hook link. I'm using captive coated from Avid Carp. I've taken all the outer coating off there, so it's just left with a nice braided supple hook link, and it's roughly about 8 inches in length. And I've attached that knotless knot style to a size 4 snag hook from Avid Carp. I've got an XL liner on there, and then you can see for the hook bait, it's nice and visual, nice and bright. That's a PB wafter from DNA Baits. Drive up to the lake. I can be there all week, and then the week after that I've got a few things to do that week. Oh, I've got to go mate, ride on the bike. See you in a bit, mate. I'll tell you what, they don't know how to fight these fish. They're not very big, but they put up a right fight. It actually feels like it could be going through a branch or a stick or something, so real grating. Yeah, it's gone solid now. Right, I'm just going to have to get in there and see if we can sort it out. So I'm just going to take the camera off. There you go, another little cool character carp from the river. Probably about £15, slightly damaged tail, but it didn't affect the way that it fights because it put up a right fight. Mornings are definitely bite time on here. I've done a few evenings now and not had much, but in the morning I definitely seem to catch a lot more. That fish just on the edge of these reeds down here. It's funny because I got a few liners just before. I was just on the phone to my mate and I just got a few liners, a few little twitches. You see the rig there, I'm just about to cast out, and it's basically just there. I had a few little twitches and then off it's gone, steamed off. Just a bright yellow PB over a bit of corn, so let's get this rod set up and see if we can get another one. Right then, let's have a quick look at the gear that I'm using then. Travelling light, as I said earlier on, and today I'm using the 10-foot React rods, which are a 2-piece rod. They're a retractable rod, and these are 10-foot, 3.5 pound. I've got a 12,000 X cast reel on there. That's got 18-pound camo outline on. This is the RVS 10-foot retractable 2-rod bag, and you can actually get a 3-rod version as well. Got great protection on it. It's got little Velcro straps in there so you can securely put the rods in place. You've got a little flap between the rods. The other one's still currently in use at the moment. As always, you've got lots of other features such as this little pouch here and this strap so you can carry your bank sticks and your landing net. You've got a little pocket here for indicators, another pocket here for storm poles or other bank sticks, and you've got your grab handles and your shoulder strap. So all in all, a great little rod bag, which is absolutely perfect for short sessions or when you're travelling light. And I think the RRP on this is $69.99. So if you want any more details, check it out at avidcarp.com. I've just had a bream on that right-hand rod, which is why it's wheeled in at the moment. But I was just thinking, you know, the best thing is about this place, it's the unknown. Quite exciting, if I'm honest, because I'm so used to fishing in England on waters where you know what's in there, you know who had the big and last and stuff like that. Here, I just don't know what the next bite could be. No idea. It could be a 6-pounder, it could be a 10-pounder, it could be a 20-pounder. I've seen 20s in here, so I know they're in here. And I've seen pictures of carp to about 23 pound in here as well. The rivers in Yorkshire are all connected, and we all know what the Willows area is like over at Castleford, or the approach fisheries as it's called. It floods every now and again. Some of the big ones out there go into the river. People catch them. I know that nearby pits around that area have also had the same fish. So, you know, those rivers are connected to other rivers, are connected to the canals. There could be, you know, there could be the odd loner around, absolute giant that's going to make an appearance. You just don't know. It's exciting though, it really is. And I haven't done this kind of fishing in England now for quite a while, which is what makes it really enjoyable. And I'm just down here for the evening, and one of the things I definitely know is that the evenings are not as good as the mornings. The mornings definitely seem to be better, up to about 10 o'clock in the morning. And I've only fished a couple of I think this is my second evening so far, and I've not had any bites, apart from bream, obviously. It's all in the mornings when I get the carp bites. But I have seen a carp top today, which was just in this corner, just round here to the right. But I've only got probably tomorrow evening when I might come down again. I only planned on fishing this week, really. It's just because my car's been sorted, and it's not sorted for next week either. I'm waiting on a part, as yours are, and waiting on garages. But the wife's dropping me off on my syndicate lake, and I'm staying there all week, so can't wait. I'm looking forward to getting back on somewhere with some big fish, but I am enjoying this, I really am. And you know, at the moment though, if you guys are thinking about maybe coming down here to catch some carp, mornings are definitely better than the evenings, because I'm just sat here really twiddling my thumbs, listening to people in the boat in. It smells absolutely delicious over there at the moment, because it's over there. That is my favourite pub in the area. Me and the wife go down there quite a lot. Does some really good food, really enjoyable in there. It's a lovely place inside, especially in the winter months. And you know, it's not badly priced either. The service is good. It's not mega fast. I like to get my food quite quickly, I do, when I've ordered something, but I go there regularly. There's lots of good midweek deals. The drinks are good as well, and it is a lovely place. It really is, and it's well priced as well. So what more do you want? A bit of good carp fishing and a good pub. Can't beat that, can you? Anyway, I'm going to give it about another hour, I think. The old father-in-law's coming down here in a minute to poach me spot, I think. He likes his fishing, so no doubt he'll be in here next week. But anyway, probably give it another hour or so and see what happens. Left hand rod screamed off. Feels a bigger fish than the two that I've had so far. God, absolutely ripped off. It's hit that snag. That snag out there in the middle is a lot bigger than it looks, because I've hit it twice already with this fish, and it looks like it's just out in the middle, but it's a lot closer to me as well. Big old tree, that is. Definitely a slightly bigger fish, probably a 15-pounder maybe, if I'm lucky. God, all these reeds and weed down here. Got to be careful. Yeah, it's stuck. Oh, the lead's still on. Unfortunately, that's why it feels a little bit heavy. It's not as big as I thought it was. I think it's a common. I'm not quite sure. Oh. It's a tricky place to land fish here, especially with a lead on. Oh, it is a common, yeah. Oh, come on, just a little bit further into the net. Early in. I think it's in now. Yes. Oh, got him. Awesome. Oh, that Omega. Whew. thought that one had done me. I thought it got me in that snag. I tell you what, that is a really good spot down there. I've had all my bites off it now. Definitely better than the right hand area. I've not had a bite off that side. Right. How about that for a banger then? Absolutely pristine, that is. What a great fight as well. It almost made it to the middle of the river into that snag. So thankfully fortune was on my side. And I think that's a great way to end this month's vlog. I've really enjoyed fishing down here these last few days. I've only done a few sessions, but I know there's definitely a lot more carp to be caught in little places like this. It really has been enjoyable. Next week I've got my car all sorted and I'm back on the road, and I'm hopefully going to be at the Syndicate Lakes again. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you have, then don't forget to like this video and to subscribe for future films, and no doubt I'll see you again real soon.